How's it going, everybody? It's Mike from PC Classic Cars, back with another test drive video. Today we are in a 1964 Chevrolet Impala with a 350 V8 and a 700 R4 overdrive transmission. All right, make sure all my cameras are on. All right, so again, we have a 64 Impala. This car runs and drives really well. It has like a stock style 350, not the original motor, and then it's backed by a 700 R4 overdrive transmission. The drivability, especially with the 700 R4, it just is a great car even out on the highway. It'll cruise 70 miles an hour with no problems whatsoever. You do have power steering, and unfortunately this one is manual drums all the way around. It does stop nice for being drums, but these are big heavy cars, so I would definitely suggest doing a power disc brake conversion at some point, just for safety purposes. Again, you don't have to because the drum brakes do work well, but just personal preference, at least for me, I would want to do a power disc brake conversion on it. This one is optioned with aftermarket AC. The AC does blow cold, and the heat also works. Excuse me. But unfortunately, there's something going wrong with like the blend door, where the AC and the heat are really only coming out of the defrost instead of the vents. So something would need to be changed there. But again, the compressor is working, the heat is working. But the blend door to go from the defrost to the floor to the vents under the dash there needs to be addressed. Probably a pretty simple fix. Really impressive the way that this car drives, though. It has a good road feel. Is lower just a little bit, so you do get a little bit of that road feel, but nothing that beats you to death. It's still a really good driving car. Interior wise, nice door panels. The seats are obviously not original. They've been redone at some point. An older redo on the seat covers, but it is a comfortable ride. The seat covers in the front and the back are nice. The headliner is nice up top, and also the visors in the back, right around the back glass. The headliner looks like it's been restapled at some point, so it's coming down just a little bit in the very, very back. Make sure you take a look at our additional infos tab to see all of those flaws. But again, the interior is really clean. This original AC vent here, the little plastic piece that goes around it, the little surround is kind of broken, so you might want to replace that at some point. But again, really nitpicky stuff. And then same thing around the vent over here. There's like a little crack that's broken as well. Gauges are all stock style gauges, at least in front of you. Speedo works, fuel gauge is there. And then you have aftermarket 3-gauge pot under the dash. You have the water, the oil, and the voltage. All that stuff works. The radio is an aftermarket style radio. It kicks on, but unfortunately it's not playing any sound. I don't know if there's even any speakers in the car. So again, the radio looks like a new radio, and it comes on, just not wired up to any speakers. So we'll need a little work there for the speakers. And then your washer sprayer fluids don't work. And I don't have any door lock keys. All I have is a deck lid key and an ignition key, so it'll need a new door locks if you want to lock the car up. Again, really, really small things that this one needs. Temperature gauge come up good. We're running about 170. We'll get in front of this little green car here. Motor strong. 700R shifts positive. Pulls the car down the road really nice. Steers really nice and easy. The underneath is super solid. I found no rust issues on the bottom side. There we go. Pop that crank window open a little bit. The underneath, like I was mentioning a second ago, is very solid. It's a very nice and dry car on the bottom. Good, clean original metal from what I can see. I don't see any rust repair or rust problems. Inside the trunk is also really nice. Exterior paint quality is nice on the car. I don't see any major issues. A couple little stone chips that have been touched up. Miscellaneous little imperfections, but overall the quality of the paint is nice. The trim looks good. The bumpers very well could be original, have a little bit of flaws here and there, small little scuff on the back bumper, just minor stuff, but it does show nice. And again, the drivability of this car is is awesome. It's probably the best way to put it. It's just a fun car to drive. I love these big body Impalas. Goes down the road really nice and straight. You do have a little bit of slack in the steering there, but nothing that's out of the ordinary for an older car. Maybe about an inch and a half each way, and then it picks up some steering. So just a little bit of play in the steering. We'll get on the drum brakes here a little bit just because we are going to go down our bumpy road, but as you can see, it does still stop nice. You just have to push a little bit harder than you probably would expect being a manual brake car. Again, I think the car has been lowered just a little bit. I could be wrong, but it does look like it's lowered maybe an inch. The ride quality is nice. It goes down this bumpy road really, really well. Doesn't have any squeaks, doesn't have any rattles, doesn't have any rolls, no issues with any of that. The windows roll properly. I will say the vent windows, they will roll open and they will roll closed, but you do have to assist them there at the very, very end to get them to close all the way. Glass is nice. There is some little streaks in the glass on both sides. It's probably the original glass. Back glass looks good. Windshield is nice with no issues. I don't see any major stone chips or major problems. But again, glass is probably original on the car. All your exterior lights are working. Again, I always suggest taking a look at our Does It Work section. It's at the end of all of our photos. There's a screenshot of our Does It Work section, or you can check out the additional infos tab on our website, pcclassiccars.com. Click on the vehicle you're interested in, scroll below the photos, you'll see all of the written ad for the car, and then below that you'll see the test drive link, which is what you're watching. Then you'll see you'll have the walk around video, and then you'll also have the additional infos tab, which will again have the Does It Work section in it. Photos of flaws, motor numbers, VIN numbers, all that stuff will be attached on there as well. Get off that gravel there. Get on it a little bit, let you hear the exhaust. It does have a dual exhaust system on it, but it is not very loud. It is more of like it's a very quiet muffler set that's on this. When you get in the throttle like I just did, you really just hear the exhaust, or you just hear the motor, excuse me. I personally like Flowmasters, but if you want more of a quiet exhaust, this one definitely fits the bill for that. But changing out mufflers is really easy to do if you wanted a little bit louder of an exhaust system. My overall feel is this is a fantastic Impala. The 63s and 64s have, like any Impala, they've gotten expensive. I haven't had a lot of them in the last few months, but this is a good 64. I would suggest fixing the blend door for the heat and AC, and then add a power disc brake conversion on it, but that's just personal preference for me. But right now it is a great car. It's something to hop in that's fun, fit 6 people in here if you want to and go cruising. Definitely a great car for that, and I think whoever buys it is going to be more than happy. And as always, I appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of my test drive videos. If there's ever anything else that y'all want to see, have comments, concerns, questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment on my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to get updates for the content that we're putting out daily. Check us out at pcclassiccars.com, and we'll see y'all on the next test drive video. Thanks again for watching.